Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the moderate risk of severe weather for tomorrow in parts of the Midwest. Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, all these different areas. Today is the 13th of March, tomorrow will be the 14th, and there's a moderate risk currently in place for parts of southeastern Iowa, western Illinois, eastern Missouri, and then a lot of other these parts of the Midwest and Mid-South. And Mid-Mississippi Valley is the other place what a lot of these places are called. Significant severe weather, including tornadoes, which is this tornado threat right here. Significant tornadoes. Tornadoes also widespread in Iowa. And then also significant hail for parts of southeastern Iowa and much of Missouri and Illinois. And mainly significant winds, which is what the 45% chance of significant winds is for. This is what the driving the moderate risk currently. As you can see, even this light risk here has the significant tag, which is significant wind speeds, not just regular wind speeds of severe level, but these are significant chances of that. And you can see tornado percent, we have 10% significant, so we have a chance of EF2 plus tornadoes. Within this little circle area is what they're saying is the main area for that, which is all of eastern Missouri, all of western Illinois, and a lot of the mid-south down there, and a little bit of southeastern Iowa, which I plan on chasing tomorrow evening. This 5% is a very large 5%, including much of central Iowa for the early portion of the storms when they form right along this line right here. And you can see the 2% also encases a large portion of the U.S., even along the warm front up in Minnesota. Now, as we dive into the National Weather Service forecast for tomorrow, the high temperatures are going to be 80 or above in a lot of portions of southeastern Iowa and north central Missouri. Central Missouri is seeing up to 84, 85, down a little further south even. St. Louis, 80 to 81, so really warm day. Central Illinois, mostly 80s, upper 70s, lower 80s are going to be widespread throughout parts of the Midwest tomorrow. And as we can see, look at the 24-hour max wind gusts. So this is without severe weather. Without severe weather, looking at 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts on the backside of the system, up to 60 in some parts of Kansas, but mostly upper 40s and 50s for parts of the southeastern part of Iowa and then also Missouri. And into Illinois even, but obviously this tapers off because it starts to go away for the next 24-hour period. But definitely extreme winds are going to be possible even after the storms go by. Now we're going to dive into the actual models. This is probably the best part to show you guys timing. So as we're looking at this, let me go to the Iowa view right now so I can get a little better view. This will also show northern Missouri, Kirksville, where I know a lot of people that watch my videos are from, so these areas right around here you can see. And there you go, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And you can see the storms are really starting to build up and come northward here. As we get to the 5 o'clock hour, actually we are going to go back out. I think it's a little bit better of a view for these areas. As you can see, this is at 6 p.m. Eastern, Central Time tomorrow. And we're mainly looking at this large line of storms firing up. And as you can see, it really quickly makes its way through central and southern Iowa and all of Missouri and into Illinois. As you can see right here, this is, like I said, 6 p.m. and very significant looking threat. Definitely some tornado chance along this line too. The hodographs are definitely primed for some tornadoes. The only thing that's out of question right now is the dew points, but the dew points seem to be trending the correct direction for more tornadoes. So we'll have to see that can turn out over the night and see how the other models can agree on that. Because as of right now, a lot of the other models are showing significantly drier temperatures. I'm going to show you guys that right now. Let's go look at the latest runs model comparison. And as you can see, so the HDRPS, this is the actual dew points. They're like 40s, mid 40s, which is really low. That wouldn't do anything really tornadic at all. The 𝘼𝙙𝙫𝙬𝙀, which is also mid 40s and upper 40s now. They're starting to trend upward, but still nowhere near enough to do any tornado producing. This one's also pretty low. This one is where we're starting to get a little higher, into lower 50s, and then you're seeing almost upper 50s in this model, and then you got lower 40s again, or mid 40s, and then we've started to get this model that trends up a lot more mid 50s, and then we get mid to low 50s around this one, and then this one's also in the mid 50s. Now, these models haven't ran for numerous hours since OOZ, which actually is a really long time ago, so these are not up to date because these models have been consistently trending towards a little more humid and more humid over the last few hours. But as you can see, a lot of them are saying dry, but there's a few that are trying to say not dry. And even today, the 𝘼𝙙𝙬𝙀 model, which is one of the more accurate ones, has been way off, about 5 degrees off dew points for parts of south central Iowa, especially right around this area. I saw a picture of it earlier. So that really is a good sign that there's probably going to be higher dew points, especially than the 𝘼𝙙𝙬𝙬, but likely than some of these other models as well. Now, for severe weather timing, like I mentioned, I'd say about 6. Anytime, okay, so usually I would say these models are about an hour too late. So this is 6 o'clock, but I assume this would be more like 5 o'clock. So I'd say about our window for Centerville and a lot of Kirksville and Ottumwa and these surrounding areas around here is 5 p.m. till about 8 p.m. is what I'd say right now. You could really start seeing stuff around 5 to 6, and then it should be through by 7 to 8. But as you can see, there's little dips inside of this thing, which could definitely be tornadic producing. You can see along this whole line we'll have some embedded tornado potential. So that'll definitely be something to watch. Definitely want to keep track of warnings and other watches that can be issued. I guarantee there will be a severe thunderstorm watch and or warning that will be issued tomorrow at some point for most of these areas. There will be a tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch also. I can almost guarantee with an enhanced or higher risk. They always will have one. As you can see right here, that photograph is definitely primed for tornadoes. But the storm mode's not quite. If it was supercellular, then which is just specific little cells, there'd be a much better chance of tornadoes. But as a linear threat, this is still a pretty highly conducive environment for tornadoes if this is realized. Obviously, this is showing 56 degree dew points. But if we look at a different model for this time, let me go check the 𝘼𝙙𝙬𝙬 model, which is also pretty accurate. Not right now, though. It's not doing very well. And look at that. Look how much different that is. The environment has much less CAPE, which is potential energy. And as you can see, the photograph's not quite as good. It's still definitely conducive, but the dew points are 49 degrees, so definitely a huge difference in model runs. I have a feeling we'll be somewhere in the middle of those two, so it'll be something to watch. Now for this one, it's showing a very similar thing. On timing at least, as you can see, popping up about 5, 6 to 7, shooting through our area. So I'd assume this will be pretty accurate. Both these models are saying about the same timing, so the timing should be pretty consistent. I'd say between 5 and 8 o'clock is when our best storm chance will be. And you can see this one showing some more tornadic potential, a little tiny bit further south. So I'm still not decided on where I'm going. It could be up here, it could be down here a little more, it could be even further south. But I'm planning on being fairly nearby our area. But as you can see, both models, actually almost every single model is kind of shooting for the same timing. Look at that. Look at that consistency as we run along here. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you like to see. The timing's very well nailed down for these storms and very similar placement. So that's good, a good sign. So it looks like we're going to have about 5 to 8 o'clock is when that best chance for storms is. So that's a very more set in stone thing than you usually get for severe weather. So now we're going to look at the National Weather Service's weather story. So this is kind of their forecasting, what they want to say. I always like having the second opinion of Weather Service, and especially in my videos, I just like to show this because it shows an expert opinion other than just my opinion here. So the time is 4 to 10. Obviously, that's what I was just saying. I'd say something around 5 to 8 is kind of for this area right around here, including Kirksville, Centerville, Ottumwa, and a couple other surrounding areas. The primary threat's damaging wind. Yes, like I said, we have significant winds as the main threat here, but tornadoes are possible and large hail is possible, like I mentioned. Storm motion's 55 miles per hour northeast, north-northeast, which will make sense. Rapid development early to mid-afternoon with extremely fast movement. That's what we were kind of going over a little bit ago. Really fast-moving storms and rapid development really quick. That's when those tornadoes could also happen really early on when you have a lot of vorticity and those, boom, really quick initiation. You could get stuff out of that. But it says a strong low-pressure system expected to produce a line of severe thunderstorms as it moves through the state. Most likely timings from 4 to 10. Damaging winds will be the primary threat with large hail and a few tornadoes also possible. Some storms may produce wind gusts in excess of 70 miles per hour, which that's what the significant tag's for. Greatest potential will be over central and far southeastern Iowa, where elevated and moderate risk levels exist. South-southeast winds will also occur outside of storms. 35 to 50, like I showed you on that other forecast a little bit ago. So yeah, this looks like a pretty significant threat for tomorrow. So I really, if you guys are anywhere inside of this enhanced or moderate risk area, you definitely will be on the watch for any significant severe weather tomorrow. Definitely want to be watching out. Check out National Weather Service page. Follow their page on Twitter and turn on notifications, all those different things. Make sure your phone alarms are on. Make sure you have your weather radios charged up. Make sure your TV's on. You know, any way to receive warnings. You want to have multiple ways. That is the best way to stay safe during severe weather, is to have multiple ways to receive warnings. In case one fails, then you have plenty of other reasonings. Even the good old tornado sirens, they're a good way to do it as well. But no matter what, you want to have as many ways as you can to get severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings and everything like that. But yeah, that's mainly it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.